Okay, so like you said, my name is Jeff Young, okay? And like Sean said, the last speaker, I had the opportunity to meet Devontae at the Be Me awards thing that they had. And again, you know, when you're talking about wanting to do something like this, you got to start surrounding yourself with the right people, with the proper people, okay? It's never going to happen if you don't surround yourself with the proper people, all right? There's a lot of people out here who tell you that you have to be successful. The world tells us that we have to be successful, but does the world tell us how to be successful? And that's what Young Lungs Motivation is about, okay? All right, so I want to give you all this. This is Young Lungs Motivation, and I breathe life into the goals and dreams of our youth. This world has lied to the kids long enough. It's time someone told them the truth about how to achieve success and how it's only measured in the number of people you bless. So when you leave this world, your legacy will be respected, because no one's going to remember the money you made, only the lives you affected, because it's legacy over liability. And there's only two things that'll get you there, and that's patience and persistency. To make it in life, you have to have faith, focus, finish with efficiency, because between dreams and goals are discipline and consistency. When you're trying to overcome, you have to have grit, grind, desire, and ambition, and know that no one can beat you. It's domination over competition. Now that you breathe the life into your goals and dreams, you have to focus on good habits and not the grand schemes, with the overall achievement of how to be successful, and not that the road to it is stressful, because if you believe that we can bless you, you won't have to worry when life tests you, because you already become the best you. You see, for me, my life wasn't going right, so I decided to renovate it. I got into the insurance business and penetrated. Now my confidence is elevated, my dreams are inflated, my haters are deflated, because when it's all said and done, I'll get to say those four famous words: Mama, I made it. Tell you that you gotta be successful, but they don't tell you how to be successful. So at Young Lungs Motivation, I'm gonna tell y'all how to be successful. 6 keys to success. I got on this journey about a year and a half ago. 2 years almost, coming up in August. I got on this journey and I started, and I wanted to do this thing, man. I said, I want to do exactly what my brother here is doing, man. I said, I want to start reaching people. I want to start touching people. How do I do it? I came up with Young Lungs Motivation. And I said, breathing life into the goals and dreams of our youth. So what's happening, what I'm saying about breathing life, right, is I'm saying that when someone is down, right, and they're dying, what do you got to do to them? You got to give them what? CPR. That's right. You got to give them CPR. What does CPR stand for? Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So not that anyone is dying physically, but our youth, their dreams are dying mentally. And so we got to give their dreams CPR, right? We got to give their dreams CPR. We got to breathe life into their goals and dreams. And so at Young Lungs Motivation, CPR doesn't stand for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It stands for core perseverance restoration. Because in life, you got to start with your inner self. If you never start with your inner self, it's not going to matter what you change on the outside, because the same experiences will be drawn right back into your life, because you never changed who you were on the inside. After that, you got to persevere. How do you persevere over those life situations? When you're going through those different things, how are you persevering every single day? And then from there, your life will be restored. But how do you do that? Again, I'm telling you a lot of things, but I'm not telling you how to do it. So right now, I'm going to tell you how to do it. I got 6 keys to success. I developed these 6 keys to success. I started studying the most successful people in the world. I started reading their books. I got obsessed with their interviews. I started watching Power 106, and when the entrepreneur type guys came on there, I started reading, and I started learning the things that they're saying. And every single day I wake up and I listen to something motivative, because it's one of those things I just want to embed it into my mind. And you have to recognize that the mind is a prisoner of repetition. Whenever you feed the mind on a daily basis, that's what your outcome of your life will be. So step number 1, believe. When you're talking about a belief in yourself, you got to develop a belief in yourself that is an obsession, okay? You got to have this belief in yourself that no matter what anybody else says is going to come true. I got a belief in myself that I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I turn 30 years old. I'm 26 right now, I'll be 27 in September. There's not one person on this planet that's going to tell me that I'm not going to be a millionaire when I turn 30 years old. I'm going to do it straight through entrepreneurship businesses. If you want to learn about it, come talk to me when this is done, and I'll teach you how to do it too. Step number 2 is evaluating your time. Evaluating your time. Time is the most valuable thing that you can ever give to anyone. If you donate money, if you give someone money, you can always make money back. Time, you can't get time back. It's the most valuable asset that we have on this earth, and it's running out for some of us. Okay? We are very young. We all believe that we have all of this time. If I ask everybody in here, what's your date of birth? Everybody can tell me. If I ask the same people, what's your date of death? Not one of you will be able to tell me. So why not wake up every single day and live it like it's your last? Because you're not promised tomorrow. You're not going to get there just hoping that you're going to get there. I heard Tyreek say this: you'd be a fool to think that the next moments of life belong to you. If you believe that tomorrow belongs to you, if you believe that the next 10 minutes belong to you, you're a fool. And I'm going to tell you straight up. Okay, step number 3. Evaluating your relationships. Probably one of the hardest lessons that I've ever had to learn in my life was evaluating the relationships and the people that I want to have in my life. And with that, the lesson was you can't take everybody with you. Okay? You can't take everybody with you. I know we got these friends. I know we got these people that we think are, we want them to be with us the whole entire time. But what happens is you have to realize that you can't take everybody with you. And I realized this when I was in church one day. God-fearing man, just like my man Devontae here. I went to church and the pastor said something to me. I kept trying to get these guys in the insurance business. I said, man, you can make so much money in this business if you really think about it, man. Just look at the business plan. Look at what these guys are doing. These guys been in the business for 10 years. Look at how much money they're making. And the pastor said to me, I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't know exactly what he said, but he said, you are trying to show people what I have shown to you, but they will not understand. For the blessing I have shown to you was meant for you and not meant for them. And I had to understand that because what I wanted them to do, they couldn't do. Not everybody can get up in front and get up and talk to people and sell them on an idea. Okay, that's basically what you're doing with insurance. You're selling them on the idea that something could possibly happen. Okay? Step number 4, change your mind. This is probably one of the most difficult things to do in this world is to change your mind. So I'm going to do a quick study right now on all of you all. If I were to say to all of you all, my people who've heard this before, that came with me from Young Lungs Motivation, and Sean, please don't answer. If I were to say to all of you all, how many people in here would jump out of an airplane for $10 million without a parachute? Who in here would do it? Why would you do it? Put her on the spot. She wasn't ready. So here's what I want to tell you all. Here's what I want to tell you. Why would you do it? Exactly. He's the only one that got it. I never said that the plane was in the air. All I said was, would you jump out of an airplane with a parachute? So you all thought that I was talking about the plane that's flying there. This plane is sitting right here on the ground. It's only a 6-foot drop. Are you looking at your situations from 30,000 feet in the air as opposed to 6 feet on the ground? That's what so many people are doing, man. We're looking at our lives and our situations like they're 30 feet up in the air. If you believe that you can overcome these different things, it'll be much easier, I promise you. Step number 5, decide to be successful. It's very easy, people. You gotta decide to be successful. When I decide to be successful, I'm hungry. I get anxiety. I got this ambition. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning reading books. I'm at the gym at 5 in the morning. I'm starting my day early. You know what I mean? I'm reading these different things, and I see that Steve Harvey starts his schedule at 3:45 in the morning. I see that Kevin Hart starts his at 4 o'clock in the morning. I see that Eric Thomas starts his at 3 in the morning. So you know what I said? These are some of the most successful guys that I know. I got to do the same things that they're doing, so I'm going to decide to be successful. I'm deciding to read every single day. I don't know why I got to read, but I just know I got to read. And the first book that I picked up by Grant Cardone, the 10 Times Rule, he said the most successful people in this world will read 30 to 60 books every single year. So guess what I'm doing every single year? I'm reading 30 to 60 books. I'm deciding to be successful. Okay? I'm deciding to be successful. Step number 6, go after as if your life depends on it. Why? Because it does. Your life depends on it. Don't ever forget that your life depends on it. Not only does your life depend on it, but the lives of those coming up behind you also depend on it, okay? What we teach our kids right now is the foundation for the future that they will have, okay? Lastly, when you take advantage of opportunities, when you seize opportunities, they multiply. Seize the opportunities. This was an opportunity for me to come up here and deliver my message to all of you all. They multiply. And I got one last thing for y'all, man, for all of my brothers in the area, man. Look, we all got this hustler's mentality, all right? You got a hustler's mentality. Every single one of you all have a hustler's mentality. But it's about how you use it. How do you apply it, all right? And the bad thing is that they got our kids out here hustling, but they hustling for the wrong reason. You see, the weather's changing in this world, and hustling is the season. But you get caught hustling one time in your world, and you're charged with treason, because you've been out there trying to sell them drugs, and I'm out here trying to sell these policies. So at least when my buyer sees me in public, they won't be ashamed to acknowledge me, because my hustle is about protection. But why is it that your hustle must come with you wearing protection? I guess when you heard hustle all your life, that's your perception. But let's take your hustle into a new direction, because you got the hustler's mentality, but they don't want you to take a second look, and the world gets afraid of us if we decide to open up a book and our so-called friends start judging us. They just afraid, shook, because the person they once knew is now changing instead of remaining on the same level that we was born in. Because when we got here, we was already given 2 forms of sin. So my family hustling just to stay in poverty? Nah, man, this is the end. And you'll be with me if you was a true friend. I'm out here just buying $300 shoes. I'm out here trying to change the world. You out here popping bottles and buying room service instead of taking care of baby girl. On National Take Your Kid to Work Day, I wonder what you gonna do. Take your kid out to the corner with you and show them all of the things on a regular basis that you got to go through and say, hey son, this is the life that you got to look forward to? Nah, nah, not me. My daughter's gonna be looking forward to residual income, surrounded by people that she can possibly become. She's got endless opportunities. It's up to her to determine the outcome. I made it in this world simply because of my hustler's mentality. Now my dad can look at me and say she's proud of me. I did so well in my first year that I earned all expenses paid vacation to a different nation. I heard things went south for you, but you also wanted vacation down to the police station. Now you facing impossible incarceration. Hey, I heard a 9 to 5 get a 25 to life any day. I told you that your hustle would catch up to you, but you did it anyway. You used your mentality the wrong way, and now you got what you deserve. We both got a hustler's mentality, but it's about the client that you serve. Amen.